What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes. Monday morning, February 9th, 2026. It is 6:25 here in the morning in the great communist state of New York. I gotta tell you, it genuinely pains me what I'm about to tell you. It really does pain me to tell you this. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be entertaining right now. It just genuinely pains me what I'm about to tell you and what I've been doing over the last 24 hours or so. And in a moment, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to really want your feedback on this. So I'm going to go make a coffee. We'll talk about the war board. We'll talk about today and the plans for the week here at Pipe Doctor. You ready? Let's go. Guys, man, let me tell you, it really does pain me that I need to... I spilled a little bit of my espresso on my wood countertop. It really does pain me that I need to turn potential new clients away. It really does. You know, since last night, we've been fielding phone calls where the house, there's no water in the house whatsoever. And, you know, they got a crawl space. You know, it's freezing down there. They have, you know, half their house isn't working and it's a new house. You know, they got the PEX. They got a case of the PEX. I don't care if it's PEX A or PEX B. You ain't going to use the Pipe Doctor's prescription if you got a case of the PEX. It's just not happening. I was at a service call yesterday, and I told them, listen, sir, I really believe you got a case of PEX B. He's like, what you talking about, Willis? I said, you got a case of PEX B, and there's really, unfortunately, nothing that I can do for you. He goes, what you mean, Mikey Pipes? He's like, you got this plastic pipe, and I can't use my hot shot, one of 3 that we have here, pipe thawing machines to thaw out your pipes. It's just not gonna happen. You know, I was like, so he goes, no, I don't got a case of the PEX. Definitely not PEX B. I was like, I'll tell you what. Instead of that $275 trip charge and $680 use per hour of thawing machine, which is inclusive of labor, not tax, and not any repairs, we'll come out there, and if it's not something we can handle, I'll just charge you the $275. Like, Mikey Pipes, you're going to be charging me more than $275 because you're going to be thawing out those pipes because I don't have a case of PEX B. Like, then it could be PEX A. Chas v'shalom. Blasphemy. Ladies and gentlemen, I woke up, all joking aside, I woke up at 5:25, an hour and 5 minutes ago. It's 6:30 on the dot right now. I woke up at 5:25 to the phone ringing, vibrating, you know, like it lights up the room, dark room, 60 degrees last night. Oh, shivered me timbers. It was so cold in the room. I slept so good. I slept like a baby. 60 degrees in the room. when I was getting dressed in my little man cave, I heard the wife getting out of bed, running to make sure the terrace door was closed, which it was. And he goes, "You're a fucking lunatic. It's like the tundra in here." I was like, "No, Jennifer, the tundra is much cooler. But I tell you where it is warmer, fucking Alaska." Well, I'll be there in about 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Hold on. 1, 2. Oh, yeah. I will be there in 13 days. Yeah. Tits! Yeah, so, the week of February 22nd to the 22nd to the 27th. And then we have the 13th through the 18th. And then we have 26th to the 29th in Kentucky. And then, until July planned. End of July. So anyway, folks, I got 2 phone calls this morning. And yes, he had a case of Pex B, just in case you're wondering. And he's done. He's finished. He was like, just pray for it. And his wife called. Like, "No, we don't have this. My husband does not have a case of Pex." I was like, "Well, you could think that all you want, but no, there's something must be wrong with the faucet." I was like, "Okay, maybe it is, but we'll let you know." He calls in a couple days. Excuse me. So this morning, 5:25, my house has been frozen since Saturday. And you're calling me now at 5:25 in the morning? I wanted to say that, but they're in wine dance. I'm like, "I'm sorry, we're way too far." You may want to try, and we've been referring a lot of business to this one company called Allied All City. These guys, especially John, the owner, man, he's a great guy. Does great work. Him and his team, man, they're out there in like the coldest day of the year, replacing sewer mains, water mains, thawing out homes. They have this machinery that, listen, this is what they do. You know, they do sewer mains, water main replacements, bursting technology, all that crazy stuff, and they are really hustling out there. So I got to give props to John and the whole entire team at Allied All City. I hope that they are really, really, really creating generational wealth during this Arctic bomb, and I know they are. But they got a lot of overhead there, man. You see the arsenal of the fleet that they got going on over there? Man, guys are worth every single penny. But then another one on the way in, as I was driving in. I have a question. We've had no water in the kitchen since yesterday morning. How does this work? I was like, "Lady, come on. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. You had no water since yesterday in the kitchen. You know exactly how this works, right?" So I asked what town they're located in. We're in North Valley Stream. I'm like, okay, so you're in South Elmont. Okay. I don't care where you live. Everyone gets treated the same way, and we have a pricing structure that's standardized, right? And there's only one price, right, for our clients. And yes, there's another clients for our membership clients, our maintenance agreement clients. But we don't charge differently based on your location or the technician who's there. We don't charge any different prices than what's posted, what we have printed, right? So I say, "Ma'am, there's a $275 trip charge." "Oh my God," as I didn't even finish yet. "Oh my God, that's so expensive." I was like, "Well, ma'am, we are not for everyone, but if you allow me to finish, we have a $275 trip charge. That's the price to have a cost involved to have a trained service technician to come to your home in a fully stocked truck, and we're going to take a look at what's going on. If we have a frozen pipe situation and you have pipes that are metallic of construction and nature, we may be able to use a thawing machine for that. Alternatively, you're going to have to get the hair dryers and maybe portable heaters and heat up the home. All right. What is that? Here's another one. Dum, dum. Good morning, Pipe Doctor. How can we help you? Yes, ma'am. Hi. Hi. Okay. Well, that is correct. I hear you. I hear you. That may have already occurred. You just don't know it yet. But you know where the main water valve is in the your laundry area, where that. Okay, very good. So keep that handy. If you like us to come, you're not going to like this. You're not going to like this because the next available is going to be probably Wednesday or Thursday. Hold on, right? Because you do have some water in the house. I'm just you can't. It's probably already broken, but nonetheless, if you like us out of any place or out of the shower, you just said just the shower. Oh, okay, very good. But if you like us to try to thaw that out, we may be able to get you in later today, but it's not going to be until much later today. I'm turning away work every time the phone rings. We're telling people next week, seriously. So we have thawing machines, which we can use. It gets a little bit pricey, but we have equipment to use as long as the pipes are copper and not plastic. That PEX piping, which I don't think you have. But yeah. So let me tell you what the rates are, so you don't get scared, right? Because we have been working around the clock. The trip charge is normally $275, and the use of thawing machine is $680 per hour. I will of course discount that for you because of the long relationship we've had over the years, of course. But just keep that in mind. Like I'll add you to the list. And you will be serviced, of course, before regular not relationship customers of ours. Just keep that in mind. But it may be later tonight, it may be tomorrow. But I will definitely put you on the list. And the only advice I can give you is make sure that if you do see anything water dripping from the ceiling, or you hear something burst, and water's flooding everywhere, just turn off the main water valve. You still have your heat; the heat is still on, and just give us a call and let us know what happened. But I'll put you onto the list. Okay, hang in there. Don't worry, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. Don't worry, you'll be okay. I know, but listen, it's been unusually, very, very cold continuously, and consider yourself lucky that it took this long for it to freeze up. But thank God you still have the heat on in the house. I was expecting you to call me saying you had no heat, and then I'm like, all right, you should go to a hotel because it's impossible. You have PEX. You have plastic piping throughout your house. It's not going to thaw out on its own. It's not going to thaw out by means of machinery. It's going to thaw out by nature. So, we'll be in touch. Okay, what was it set to? Yeah, well, that's part of the problem. You can't set. Yeah, it's literally 5 degrees outside. You can't use a programmable thermostat and set it back to 63 degrees and not expect a problem. So, like I said, consider yourself lucky, but I'll put you onto the list, okay? Hang in there. Thank you. You're welcome. Bye. How did I handle that? That is an existing residential client with plumbing and cooling agreements with us. I even test her backflow every year. We don't do the plumbing in the house. She has the handyman for that, who she called and said, listen, lady, your pipes are frozen. And then she tells me that the thermostat overnight is set for 63. That is the worst thing you want to do. That is the absolute worst thing you want to do. Now, if we're fortunate here, if she's fortunate here, we will head out there and we'll maybe take the trim off the shower, because just a shower is not no water. We'll take the trove of the shower, get our machines in there, the clamps, one to a function, one that's working, which is the bathroom sink in the same room, shower, zzz, give it that current. As long as I have a case of PEX, she's good. All right, guys, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe. Warboard. Yesterday was a very busy day. The whole weekend was a very busy weekend. Daniel got one sign up. I got one sign up. We're a total of 262, which is 13.1% to our goal. And for the week, we're just starting the end of week 4. So we're just starting the beginning of week 4. Total cash payout, $1,200 to the team. Amazing, amazing, amazing job. Now, last week, week 3, was a little bit of a dip for us. 5 less than the first week we started tracking this with 15 signups. But the week before, 25, and week 1, 20. Bringing our total, cumulative company total, 262. Goal's 2,000, folks. The goal's 2,000. Catch you later. Be well. God bless. Stay safe. And stay warm, guys. Seriously, all joking aside, stay warm. Stay safe out there.